let's get this show on the road. I'm gonna just talk shop for a bit. This is kind of an introduction video, an onboarding video, what to expect, what I want to expect from you guys. I'll go through everything. So grab a pen and a piece of paper. You might need it for some of this. Basically, this is the full onboarding. So we're going to go through what the group is, what the training will look like, what I expect from you every day, what I expect from the week, how nutrition might work, how sleep and recovery will work, what to post in the group. So I want this to be interactive. You're not working in silo, quiet on your own. I want us to be helping each other, posting our workouts into the group. Whatever we need, do we need help? Do we need not need help? Anything you're going through has got to be in the groups. This is going to be as interactive as possible because this is a team. There's going to be 5 people in this, me included. So four of you guys, you're a team. You're working through the programs. You're adapting it as we go. We're learning from each other. So it's interactive. This is free. I'm not charging you guys for this, but it's not casual. I just don't want you guys dipping in and out willy-nilly because it's free. There's nothing lost. Let's get all in. Let's come out the other side of the 8 weeks having learned something, having trained well, and having made progress. It's as simple as that. And then Monday, it starts on Monday. So you'll have this video today, Thursday. It depends on how long it takes to upload to Google. Then through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have everything ready. We're ready to fire on Monday. So I guess the purpose of this group is I want to be better athletes in general. Like the 4 of you guys will be training for something different. You'll all have different histories, different goals, but all in all, we're going to build a physical base. So we're going to be working on our strength. Depending on your schedule, you'll work on your speed. Give you some conditioning options to work on threshold, maybe to work on VO2 max. We'll definitely be working on plyometrics, working on power, working on strength. So it's just not a powerlifting program and a running program. We're working on athleticism the whole way through. And that includes little bits you might do on the side to feel better, to recover better, to do better mobility, to sleep better. It's all encompassing. Like I said, it's just not training, it's the recovery. Rest is important, the nutrition, everything's important. Honestly, swear by train hard, eat hard, sleep hard. Like simple as that, and rest hard. So pretty much the program I'm going to put on Train Heroic. So you'll all get an invite from me, and it'll be from Coach Clancy, obviously. Just join that. That's where I will be putting this program. I have invited you to the WhatsApp group. So this is a support group where I want you guys to record your sessions. If you're in the gym, put it on social media, tag us all in it. At the end of your session, even in the evening, say, team did session 1. Great, enjoyed the session. I'll give feedback on your technique as well. But we're all in this together. We're volleying off each other. We're going to go check-ins. I'll check in mainly twice a week. So on a Thursday, we'll do a bigger check-in. On a Sunday, we'll do a bigger check-in again. But there's support every day. And that's where you guys can help each other. I can't be on that group 24/7, but you guys might be able to see a message before me. Oh, I'll do this instead. Or somebody might be like, what the hell's I don't know, a renegade row. Somebody might put a video in there explaining that. So this is how we can help each other. Depending on what's coming back from the group, we might do the odd Q&A where I can help with any struggles. We'll get feedback together as possible. And as we go, we'll get that education around why we're doing this, why we're doing this, why we're doing this. You have to ask questions so we can get that. And it's nice and simple in my notes here. The more you engage, the more you'll get from this. I can't coach in silence. I can't do it for you. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's wrong, what you're struggling with. And the same for the group. Let's get in the group. Let's share as a group, grow as a group, everything else like that. And share this around people as well. I'm doing this for free. This is like an advertisement. I want to see how this all goes. So share alike, tell your friends, get it shared on social media about how the group's going, and let's fucking nail it. I want you guys to be all in. And when I say all in, I appreciate you all have different lives, different jobs, different families, different responsibilities. But let's see if we can make it work around that. Let's see if we can. And you're not all going to be able to do the same 5 sessions every week. Some of you might do all 5 sessions I give. Some of you might do. I would like you to all do at least 5 sessions a week if we can. You might not do all the 5 I give you. You might do, say, 2 Hyrox classes at the gym, 2 gym I give you, 2 strength, and then a fitness session. Or you might do 2 gym, 2 fitness, and a Hyrox session. Let's see how we can plan that out. Blah, blah, blah. So I want you to, first of all, write down this task about why you've decided to come and join this group. So 3 reasons why you've decided from it, and what you want to get out of it. And we can post it all in. Let's share this stuff. I want this group to be a safe space. There's only the 5 of us will see it. As an example, I want to train for half marathon, or I want to get stronger to be able to be better at X, Y, and Z in Hyrox. Just let's get that in there. So why are you doing it? What do you want to get out of it? It's going to be 8 weeks, Monday to Sunday, of the training program. It's all going to be in Train Heroic anyway, so we can come back with questions on that. Ideally, I'm going to plan 2 gym sessions, which will have plyometrics, power, and strength in there. There's not going to be heavy squats, heavy deadlifts. We're going to be doing athletic movements, single leg stuff, maybe single leg balance stuff, jumping. Yes, some heavy strength, but that'll be the tail end of it. Some upper body, some lower body, some core. Full body, 2 full body gym sessions. 2 conditioning sessions, ideally running, ideal type of threshold, speed one, and a type of longer VO2 max one. If they have to change to be off feet, we'll give options on a bike or something else. If you want to change one of them for a Hyrox session, fine. And then maybe a sprinting session as well for those that want to get fast and feel better, move better, but we might have to integrate that a bit more. Gym sessions, strength and power focus. Like I say, big compounds, unilateral work, jumps, power work. Whenever I write that, we'll try and give little updates through the week and say, look, team, Tuesday, we're doing this. Wednesday is this is why it is. But we'll have that conversation between now and Sunday to try and get everything locked in. Speed sessions, I know you group, none of you guys will play actual sport, maybe recreationally, but you're not rugby players or football players or anything like that. So maybe that speed session steps to the side. Maybe we get another running session in there, or we do add an extra conditioning session in there for you guys, but let's discuss that as we go. But I do think in general, if we want to sprint and move well and change direction, it's more athletic and it will feel better. Our bodies will be better for it. So the 5 sessions a week, let's adjust it. And I want for you guys, so task 1 was, why are you doing this? What do you want to get from it? Task 2 is, what does your weekly structure of your training look like? And consider your life in this, right? Can you do the 5 sessions? How does work look? When's family time? When's other training time? If you do Hyrox or some other sport, when is all of that? And how can we best manage that? Because one of you might be able to do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and that's it. One of you might be able to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, as an example. So I want you to, what is your weekly training reality around life as well? What can you do? I don't want you rocking up doing 1 session. You're not going to get anything from it. So what can we do? And how can we make that a reality for you? If you do want to do the speed session or any fast sessions or any of the sessions in general, I actually want to know, I know some of you filled in a form. I want to know what your training volume's been like, because we can't do a speed session 100% straight off on a Monday. First thing, if you haven't sprinted in 6 months, recipe for disaster. I'm not going to get you to do 12 kilometers of interval running if the farthest you've run or your total volume in the last 6 weeks is 6K. It's just silly. So we have to try and manage that. I want you to let me know as part of task 2 what your weekly training reality is. Let me know what some of your volumes are. Okay, because there's no injuries on here. Yeah, I'm just going down my notes here. I'm shooting forward. Yeah, so let me know your recent gym history as well, so we can try and work that in. Because I don't want any injuries. Train Heroic. You'll be able to download this app. You'll see it Monday to Sunday for every week. You'll open it up. It'll ask you to fill in your wellness and stuff. You might see 1 session per day. You might see the little 5-minute blob, a session, the little 10-minute blob. Basically, any warm-up's going to have sets and reps. So it might be, as an example, cat-cow, 1 set of 20. Smash them out, get going. In your gym sessions, there will always be, so if it says A, back squat, and then B, you do back squat on its own. Right, so that's a singular exercise. If it says A1 back squat, A2 bench press, that's a superset. All right, so the letters dictate the superset or the triset or the quad set, whatever it is. You'll always have sets and reps. You'll always have a gap to fill in your weights or tick it off. In the notes section, I might prescribe a tempo or a RPE and a rest period. So 3 sets of 6 back squat, tempo 3-1-0-0, which is 3 seconds down, 1 second pause, up, no rest at the top, straight in again. Rest 120 seconds between sets at RPE 8. Simple, simple, simple. RPE 8 means leave 2 in the tank. 9 means leave 1 in the tank. 7 means leave 3 in the tank. So we're never going to fail here. We're not going to ever, you should never feel anything in here unless you've got shitty technique and you feel technically, or you've gone too heavy and you feel like dog shit that day. You should never fail. We're not powerlifters. We're not failing. It's going to be hard, but we're not powerlifters. So then notes will become important. And if you miss that, that's on you. You have to ask questions. If you see something in the notes and you're not sure of, put it in the group. The group is key. We log everything. We see how we're progressing. We notice how we're feeling, and we go from there. Say warm-ups will be in there. Warm-ups just aren't, oh, I'm warm. Oh, I cycled to the gym and I'm warm. That's bullshit. It's session preparation. We're going to be looking at specific mobility, control, range of motions, maybe even a little plyometrics and potentiation to get rid of stiffness as well on the side to prepare you for that session. We're not just getting warm, it's session preparation. And not just session preparation. If we do, say you do 5 sessions a week and there's a 10-minute warm-up, that's an extra 50 minutes of training. We're trying to get better. And we use the warm-ups will usually be a ramp type of protocol. So raise, we'll raise the heart rate, body temperature, activate, we'll activate the specific muscles we needed for that session. We'll mobilize specific areas for that session, maybe a bit more on stuff we need to because we're tight. And then we'll potentiate, which means we're getting the nervous system firing, turning the ignition on. That potentiation might be little bits of plyometrics as well because that works nice as a potentiation. So it's about to prepare the body. So we'll have our sessions, we'll have our warm-ups. Now we got to talk recovery and rest. We got to nail the big steps of sleep, hydration, and nutrition first and foremost. There are big rocks, and we might talk about a bit more about those in the next step. But at-home foam rolling, at-home stretching, at-home mobility, going for dog walks, going for a weekend cycle, breath work, yoga, ice baths. No, fuck that off. Not yet. Hot cold therapy, sauna, yes, sauna, not cold ice baths. But anything we need to do to make ourselves feel better, because you will be training hard. You need to give the body some, I always say give the body some love, and by that I mean extra mobility, extra foam rolling, extra stretching, extra food, extra sleep. Give the body some loving. And like you say, some of you might be different. So some of you might have really tight shoulders and posture, so be at the office all day. We got to get rid of that. Some of you might have stiff ankles because you played rugby when you were younger. We got to get into there. So we'll try and make that help each other out as much as possible individually. In the group, playing, my shoulders are tight. What can I do? We'll help out there. So you'll ask, let's next task into the group. Train heroic, tick. Happy with how to log sessions? Maybe that'll come when I put them in. Tick, yes or no. Happy. Any previous injuries I've had or movement restrictions, get that in there. Also, let me know where you train, what equipment you've got, where you're going to be able to do your sessions, where you're doing your running. Is it outside? If not, treadmill, softies when it's wet. You're going to do the speed session. Where is that? Is that on a rugby field? What gym do you go to? What do you not have? Stuff like that. So task 4 is, are you ready? Train heroic, know how to fill it in, know what to expect. Injuries and movement limitations, where you're going to do your sessions, so equipment and whatnot. So how I like this to roll out is, so say next week, we all have a session Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I would like to be sitting here on the sofa, right, on a Monday or even on Tuesday morning, and I'm looking at this WhatsApp group and you've all posted in, or I can see all on the Train Heroic app, you've screenshotted it, say, I've done this, yep, Blay and tick. Monday's threshold speeds, or threshold fucking high intensity, whatever session done. Or playing gym session done. Here's a video of my drop jumps. What do you think? How does that look? I want everybody's in there. Let's communicate. Let's look at each other. Let's help each other. Let's look after each other. Again, can't coach in silence. So let's get everything in there. And again, Tuesday. Let's do the Tuesday. Or I'm at the gym tomorrow, but there's programmed a hip thrust machine. I don't have a hip thrust machine. What can I do? So get ready before the session so I have time to respond, or other people in the group have time to respond. Do a barbell hip thrust instead. Don't have that. Let's do a dumbbell. Don't have that. Let's do a Romanian deadlift. Let's divide and conquer here. So be ready. See the session before. Use the group for that. Afterwards, use the group again. Yep, Blaine, session done. Guys, how was your session? Here's my videos. I didn't really know about that dumbbell shoulder press. So I would always post the big ones in. Feedback, show us how it's going. If you want a video every lift, absolutely bang on. Team, great session, all ticked off, got stronger than last week, or jumped a bit higher than last week, felt better. Get it all into the group. So yeah, session completed, weights used, reps completed. That's all in Train Heroic. But let us know how good, what felt good, what was difficult, any strengths, weaknesses, anything tight, any issues. Blaine couldn't do that. Team, what would you do instead of this? Everything. This is in the group. This is the power of this group, this little community we're going to build. Again, the videos aren't for anybody else to look. It's all in the group. So it's all of us. It's a safe space. Let's post them. Let's go from there. I got another little task here. Just maybe you don't need to be ready for this, but I'll send this out every time. It's like a reflection afterwards. So how did it feel? What was good? What was bad? Even in your Train Heroic, you'll be able to put notes below certain exercises so you can track this yourself. I will be able to see them. So we'll see how that goes. Task 5, group engagement. I think we just kind of went through that. Session completed, tick. Yeah, here was. So if it was me, a bench press yesterday, I always video my last set. So I did 4 sets of 10 on the bench press for speed. I did 70 kilos on my last set for 10. I post mine on Instagram. You can do that as well. Tag me in it. You can do that in the group. Team, last set of 4. How was my technique through fatigue? Bang, bang, bang. Felt good. Maybe go heavier next week. Or maybe overshot. Just get it in there. Okay, that's the training. And that's the group. So this group is important for us to go. So one of the big rocks of recovery, and a huge part of this, is nutrition. Now, this isn't a fat loss program. This isn't body composition program. I want us to eat like athletes. I don't want us to overeat. No, we can't be gaining body fat either, but we have to fuel our performance. Gonna give you some guidelines here, and there'll be numbers involved in this. Try and work it out. It doesn't have to be fucking strict. Protein will. If you figure out you're eating 2,000 calories a day and you're knackered all the time, eat fucking some more. If you're monitoring the scales every 2 weeks and you're gaining weight, you're fucking eating too much, right? Get that down again. So, but we have to have protein in because our muscles need to build, recover, and repair. We need to have carbs in because carbs set the foundation for our energy to be able to do our sessions effectively. If we don't have enough energy to do our sessions effectively, we're wasting our time. We won't get the benefits of the session. So we have to find that sweet spot where we're having enough and our body's recompositioning as well. So hopefully with all this training, you'll get better muscle tone. You might lose some body fat, but I don't want us starving ourselves. We have to be eating appropriately. Nutrition is for performance, like athletes. This isn't a fat loss program, but we need that protein. Yeah, so not a fat loss phase. This is all my notes here, just waffled on. Nutrition targets. Now, some of you might know how much you're eating right now, how much you're not eating. I've got some guidelines here. Let's see how we go on this, right? So pen and a piece of paper. So some of you might train twice a day. Some of you might train once a day, but we'll have one training session a day and a rest day. Rest day calories. Now, I think people don't move as much as they think they do. All right. This is where you guys need to message in the group if you are. If you're a laborer and you're on your feet for 9 hours a day, let's talk through that. Need some more. If you sit in your arse all day at an office at a desk like this, like I am, let's fucking eat less. Not starving ourselves, but less. As a rough guide, let's start off with 2,200 calories a day. So 2,200. Not starving ourselves, that's might be quite nice. I want you guys in this to be eating 2 grams per kilo of body weight and protein. If you're struggling with that, let me know. But for me, as a 70-kilo man, I'm going to eat 140 grams of protein. Rest day. So that doesn't change actually on rest day, double training day, single training day. At all points every day, 2 grams per kilo of body weight. Let's aim for that. If you struggle with that, let me know. If you don't eat meat, or let me know. We'll try and problem solve that. So not rest days, 2,200 calories, 2 grams per kilo of body weight of protein. I want your fat source to be 1.5 grams per kilo of body weight. So for me, that'd be 105 grams. Okay. So me personally as a 70-kilo man, I'd be having 140 grams of protein twice, 2 grams per kilo. 105 grams, if I can do math, per kilo of body weight. So 1.5 grams per kilo of body weight, 105 grams of fat. Okay. So 140 grams of protein. There's 4 calories per gram. So 140 times 4, 660. Oh, 140 times 4, 560. So that's my calories from protein. I better got that right. Fat is 9 calories per gram. So 105 times 9, 945. So that's 945 calories from fat, 560 from protein. Oh, roughly, let's say 1500. That means I've got 700 calories to have from carbs. Carbs is 4 grams per 4 calories per gram. Does that make sense? So get your protein in grams, get your fat in grams, work out the calories. Whatever you've left from 2200, so say it's 700 for me, that's how many grams of carbs I can have. So 700 divided by 4 will be the amount of grams of carbs I can have. Does that make sense? That's rest day. If you do one training session a day, 2800 calories, 2800. Again, keep your protein high at 2 grams per kilo. Take your fat down to 1 gram per kilo. So for me, protein 140, fat 70. Okay. Again, work out your numbers, whatever your protein calories is and your fat calories are from the grams you need to eat. Whatever calories are remaining, that's your carbs. So again, for me, protein, what would say 560 calories from protein. Then I would have 630 calories from fats. So that leaves me like 1500 calories from carbs. Get them in. Any questions, come back to the group. Hopefully you got your pen and piece of paper, work that out. If you do 2 training sessions a day, take it to 3300 calories. Again, 2 grams per kilo of body weight, for me 140 because I weigh 70. 1 gram of fat per kilo, so I would have 70 grams of fat. Whatever 140 grams is in protein, whatever 70 grams is of fats in calories, then I have the remainder in carbs, which would be a lot. Carbs are fuel. Protein helps recover muscle and tissue. Carbs provide fuel and help recover certain stores of glycogen and whatnot as well. So carbs, carbs, carbs. Big fan of carbs. You'll all be individual. I don't need you to be fucking meticulous in all of this. Get your scales out, weigh it all. You can't eyeball it. I just want this to give you an idea. All right. If you eyeball it and then you do it 2 weeks in and you realize you're only having 1400 calories, sort your life out. All right. But these are the numbers if you want to get into them. I don't expect you to be meticulous and nail this precisely, but these are ballpark numbers. Let's see how we go. Yeah, and go from there. So training days, more carbs because you got to train harder, recover harder, and we might need those sessions. So I'll send through some notes on this as well if you need, but you got to reach out and ask on this as well. I'm going to pause this because I need to shit outside. Why the fuck did I do that? Okay, we're back. So a little bit more information on that. I'll copy some of this in, but let me know when you go through those figures roughly in your head. Like I say, it doesn't have to be meticulous, but it's a guide. It's a guide. We need protein to recover. We need carbs for energy. It's a guide. Okay, some targets and stuff in here. I think so on the nutrition. Try your best to evenly distribute your protein through the day. So if I'm on 140 and say I have 4 meals, I'll have about 35 grams in every single meal. If that makes sense. If I have 5 meals, I'll split them up again. If I have 3 meals, I'll split them up again. Try and have most of your carbs around training sessions. So if you train in the middle of the day, plenty before in the meal, plenty after in the meal. You can have a little bit in the breakfast in there. But try and have those as close to training for the energy as possible. Like don't have all your carbs at a 6 a.m. breakfast when you're training at 5 p.m. Try and manage that. So protein evenly distributed, carbs before and after training. Hydration is key. On a non-training day, 2.5 to 3 liters of water. On a training day, 3.5 to 4 liters of water. Get your water in, all right? Get your water in. If you're a big sweater, you're a salty sweater, we can talk about electrolytes and stuff if we need to, but get your fucking water in. Aim for those 2.5 to 3 on non-training day, 3.5 to 4 on training day. Pissing a lot, it's too bad, but we're going to be needing that water in. Water's huge. Sleep and recovery. Again, some of you might have kids, some of you might work nights. Irrelevant. Try your best. Oh, it's not irrelevant. It's very relevant, but try and get your 7 to 9 hours sleep. All right. I've got some guidelines here, but it might be harder for some people to get it than others. If you don't get that much sleep time, we've got to look at the quality. How can we enhance the quality? If you're sleeping 5 to 6 hours a night, you're pissing into the wind. Sleep is so fucking important for everything here. If it's if the only thing affecting your sleep is kids and work, okay. But if you're fucking scrolling late, you're having caffeine at 7 p.m., you feel like you wake up feeling like dog shit, then we got to address that problem. So I would say caffeine, don't have it after 12 o'clock. Just keep it there, you'll sleep better. Simple as that. I drink all the coffee in the world, but I don't drink it after 12 o'clock. Let's try and set up, this is, take your pen and piece of paper as well. Let's see if we can go by this. I know some of this is easy for me to say. I don't expect people to be me, but we have to try and set up these little things to see if we can make it work for you. A 3-2-1 pre-bed routine. Last big meal 3 hours before bed. Start reducing fluids 2 hours before bed. 1 hour before bed, get off your fucking phone, dim the lights, get a book out, try and sleep better. And this will be more important for those who don't get that length of time. If you get a long time in bed and you feel great, maybe this isn't very appropriate for you. If you only get 6 hours in bed and you struggle to sleep, this is big important for you. So let's see what we can do around the individual. But yeah, write this down. Even put this in the group about what your pre-bed routine is to see if we can help it. Yeah, my notes here. Recovery, it's not about perfection. It's about creating better conditions for the individual. So we got to figure out what an individual needs. It's not a bonus, it's a huge part of the program. It is when we are adapting to the stimulus. The training is the stimulus. If we keep training and adding stimulus and not recover, we'll get broken. We got to try and recover in between. Recovery, recover. So yeah, next task. What's your sleep and recovery plan? What consistently can you try to go to bed at every night? Get up at the same fucking time every day, because that's really important. What's your average sleep time? Are you going to put your phone down? What's your caffeine cutoff time? Are you going to be able to do the 3-2-1? Let's see how that goes. Okay. And then weekly check-ins. So every day you can put your training in, and then we'll do a little review at the weekend. I won't be doing this program with you guys. I'll do my own stuff, but I'll try and join in and say I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this to try and get the ball rolling. Even at the weekend, I'll do a video like this to round up my training, so you guys can do the same, to try and see what's working, what's not working. Or tried the 3-2-1 method this week playing, but kids fucking kept me up. Or yeah, I've been off the caffeine since 12 every day and I'm sleeping better. Let's just try and get all those little things in, so we can try and understand as an individual what our recovery needs are, how much we're fatiguing from the training, whether we need to eat a bit more, eat a bit less. What are our wins for the week? Are we training well? Do we struggle? What do we need to solve? Problem solving, plan the next week ahead. Simple as that. Like, say all of this is just us. There's 4 of you guys and me. There's 5 of us here. None of this in here is a judgment zone. I'm here to try and help you guys. You're by you being here, you're trying to help yourself. We're helping each other. If you missed a session, say it how it is. If you're eating with shit, you're sleeping with shit, you didn't do something, say it how it is. Yeah, I might call it out and call you, call your excuses, call your bullshit, but that's fine. It's all coming from a good place. We're actually trying to help each other here. And if you struggle with your sleep and you're eating like crap and you missed the session, I'm just not going to call you out. I'm going to go, why? What can we do differently next week? It's about solving that problem. Yeah, trying to solve that problem. Because in reality, nothing's going to be perfect. But how can we get to the stage where 80% of it is fucking locked in consistently every week with wiggle room for the 20%? That 80, I mean, there's loads of 80-20 rules out there, but that 80-20 rule for me, consistency, built up over time, wow, it works. Yeah, so we'll check in daily. The first week I'll be up your asses to make sure we know what we're doing. The first week will be more of a proper onboarding week, so we know what we're doing every day. Please commit to checking in and engaging. That's the big thing. Check in and engage. That's the one thing I want from you. I'm going to do all this. I want from you engagement, please. So, okay, before Monday, have a checklist. You got to send me through this stuff. Send it into the group as well. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to do this? What do you want from it? What's your weekly training reality around life? What can you do? What can't you do? How does real life impact that with work, with shifts, with kids? What's your training status? When's the last time you sprinted? Do you want to do the sprint session? Can you do the conditioning? Are you doing high rocks? Or have you got hockey training? That kind of thing. Let me know your training. That's your training reality. Are you ready to start the sessions on Monday? Do you know what's going to be on the app from the training, the sets, the reps, the rests, bits and pieces around that? Are you committing to the group engagement? Give me a tick or thick on that when you're writing this through. Are you happy with the nutrition targets? Let us know how you're going to go with that, whether it's completely strict, whether it's, yeah, Blaine, it's in a pretty good place. I don't weigh my food, but I'll have a guide of it. Perfect. Um, are you going to be able to execute that on a regular basis? If you know you're away for 3 days, how are we going to train around that, but get that eating in as well? Let me know what your sleep and recovery schedule is like every evening, what you expect that to look like when you're going through all of this, and how can we help with that? And then, yeah, committing to the check-ins. So 30-minute video, bloody hell. Here we go, double speed team. But this is where the process starts now in this group. There's 4 of us, there's me. We start Monday, but we got to get ready now. Monday's when the training starts, but all the setup goes from here for me to get the program in now as well. The more detail you give me, the more you engage in the group, the more you'll help each other, and the more I can help you. I guess here there's some simple standards to go from. Train hard, fuel properly, recover properly, sleep properly, engage properly. Can I call them the 5 pillars of this 8-week program? Train, fuel, recover, sleep, communicate. We share as a group, we grow as a group, we get better as a group. Let's fucking smash through the 8 weeks. Do your tasks. Any questions? Let's go in the group. Let's not go personally through personal message. Let's bring everything into the group, because if you have a question, you might have a question, you might have a question. We'll come into the group.